We'll let people we'll let people trickle in. What do you got planned for the holidays?
Nothing, man. I got to work, believe it or not, on tomorrow, half day Tuesday, and then I'll get the kids on Christmas Day.
Oh,
Yeah, we
nice.
played 1 year together against each other.
He was done in 95,
96. He
96.
played 92, 93. My last year, he wasn't a very good shooter. I remember, and it shows at the
Dwayne
time.
Simpkins.
I think he was a backup point guard behind Kevin. Rest in peace, McClinton. He had a good career. 11, 11, 10, 12. He averaged his last 3 years. Really good career.
McClinton was really good.
He was really good. People forget, right? He's like
Yeah,
one of those big guys. I loved all those players and stuff, but I hated their fucking fans.
yeah, Maryland was brutal back in the day. Coalfield House, like they were.
Oh, it was like, you go some places, they'd yell at you, you suck, whatever. This would be like, your mom's a fucking whore. I want to like face fuck her. Like, what?
All right, we're
Like,
live. We're live. Watch out.
oh, good. Already? Hope nobody heard that, but it's true.
Oh, so what? All right, let's just get started.
Yeah, man.
Have and Mark not going to join. Maybe Mark will join late. We'll see. Josh was also had some family matters, so we're jumping in. Huge game, except not really. I mean, UVA American. What do we know about American other than Dwayne Simpkins, the coach?
I'm gonna plagiarize who's got. I actually looked them up. Who's got
Okay,
next? American is 6-5, net ranking 247. They have a couple solid wins. GW at home, Harvard at home was a good win for them. Their players: Matt Rogers, All Conference center. Colin Smalls having a breakout season as a 12.5 points per game guard. Another guy, Greg Jones, averaging 8.8. I did my own research, TW, and they have a 5'9" lefty point guard, Elijah Stevens. He was an all league defensive player last year, maybe second team all league. One of those guys that like he had 21 game, then he had like 5, then he had 10. He can kind of get going. So the weird we were talking about it before. So it's Christmas time. It's kind of a for them American coming to Charlottesville. I'm sure they bust it. Spent the night last night, but kids are thinking about going home because usually you'll get you right away Sunday night. You'll go home probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I looked at both schedules, and then you're back. You're back Thursday at practice. And it's so crazy because when you're practicing and you're in the grind nonstop, you take 4 days off and you immediately get out of shape somehow, even though you're
right.
like a 20-year-old, great athlete, etc. So it's a weird time. Kids are excited to get home. They haven't been home and they've had finals and all that. So let's see which team comes in ready to play. Hopefully the Who's.
So do you think being on the road helps a little bit, gets you in a normal like road pattern versus being at home before the holidays? You think
Maybe
that
I
works?
don't. I always felt like we always played those games on the road. I remember we played at Marshall one year. My mom came and we drove back for the Christmas time. We were like maybe Stanford one time and then immediately go home for that game. I think it does. Yeah, it's exciting. It's the holidays. You're somewhere different, right? So the team comes in, they're loose, they're ready.
I mean, historically, we've had some losses at home before the
Oh,
holidays, right?
what's
It
that?
happens. I said, but we've lost some big games, or I shouldn't say they're big games, but we've lost to some underdogs right before the holidays in years past, right? Like even your time, I think we lost to, was it New Orleans? Do you remember that? But yeah, like I think, American Leto might have lost to American back in the day. I'm not even sure. I have to look that up.
Sorry, my thing was going in and out. I'll
I said,
stand by. I'm sorry if it's
do you
too.
remember a loss at home to New Orleans during your time before the holiday?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then we went to New Orleans down there, and they beat us again.
And I think we
It was
lost to
one.
the
It was
Shack of the
definitely one of
Mac.
those kind of games.
Yeah, Shack of the
I bet
Mac
the game
came
was like
in.
56-50. Yep.
Yeah,
What was his
those
name?
are what's that?
What was the guy's name? Not Shaq of the Mac. That was Ohio guy.
Yeah, Shack of the Mac was Ohio guy. Oh, the point guard. He was really
He was a big
small.
man. He has a very famous name,
Oh, Julius Irvin?
Irvin Johnson.
Irvin
Yep.
Johnson.
Yeah, he was
That's
good,
right.
really good.
Irvin Johnson.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
looked at
that's right.
that. So to your point, I remember we were like feet in the mud, not excited. Next thing you know, we look up and it's like 48-45 them, and they beat us. Kind of going away. Like I bet it was like 58-50. Look that up, T-Dubs. You're good at that. But it
Yeah,
was a brutal
I think
game.
it was. It was a low scoring game
Yep. Nobody could
for
get going.
sure. They snuck up on us. We had no idea who they were. Earl Boykins was the Ohio Shack of the Mac and Earl Boykins. Let's look
No,
this
it's
up.
Trent. What's his name? His son's in the NBA now. Was it Earl
Yeah,
Boykins?
no. That's Gary Trent was the Shack of the Mac, but the point guard
Yeah.
was Earl Boykins. So they had two
Okay.
NBA guys.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's real. And then they had what's his
NBA
name
versus
from Long Island right after.
New Orleans, Irvin Johnson.
Great name.
That was a great
Thanks for
name.
that.
That guy was a beast. He looked like Mutombo a little bit out there.
He was good. I don't remember him being like a 7-footer. Was he like 6'8" maybe?
No. He was close. He was really
Was
close. He
he?
might have been 6'10".
Okay.
Let's see.
We call them footers.
Irvin Johnson, Virginia score. What was
Yeah,
your
but
guess?
you
52-54. We lost that game.
yeah. I thought it was like I thought it ended up being like 58-50. How in the world I remember that? I don't know.
Yeah, 52-54. Obviously, that left an impression on us. We both remembered it. 1991, right before Christmas on the 18th, we lost. That's crazy.
And then we went to New Orleans the next year, and we were in. That was Corey and those guys' first year, so there were some shenanigans on. What's the street called? What's the area in New Orleans? I've only been once.
Yeah, I know what you're
We had
talking about.
yeah,
Beale
we had a
Street.
good time. So,
Not Beale Street, is
no, that's Memphis.
it?
Somebody help us here. Phone a friend. Is anybody even watching?
And Bill says hi, Jen.
What's up, guys?
Robert heard your comment before we started about Maryland.
My bad. It's true,
Bourbon
Robert. I'm
Street.
not
There we
kidding.
go. My God, we can't even remember Bourbon
Wow,
Street.
that's bad. Yeah, has
Ron,
accused me of having Alzheimer's recently, so maybe it's coming in.
no, the memories definitely appreciate Jen saying incredible memory. It's not great, obviously. Bill saying it's cold outside in Connecticut.
Oh, it's freezing up here, Bill. The worst. I had to go to New York City yesterday. The trains are packed on a holiday weekend or whatever it is. But I had a good time.
So, what do you think the crowd is going to be like at JPJ today? It's very late.
I hope it. I mean, it's one of these games that I used to always go to back when I was in New York, and I'd drive down because maybe I'd had the next week off, and I just make it into a thing. And I love going down these guys. I love it. I hope people show up. What else are you going to do in Charlottesville on a cold day? Go to a brewery or a winery? Probably not.
Usually we'll get requests to give away tickets. I didn't get any today, so maybe people are before the holiday going to the game. Jen said it's 32 degrees in Charlottesville, so maybe weather a factor, but we'll see. Hopefully the fans show out.
People's schedules are pretty relaxed usually next week, so it's not like you got a bus to get home or whatever. Just depends on everybody's situation. I get it.
I would say the out of town, the road trip from Arlington, Northern Virginia, probably going to be tough. But the local people should all be there, and I guess students are gone, so that part might be light.
Yeah, students are definitely light. We don't do good with that with students coming back when they're on vacay.
Oh, yeah, unless it's a huge game, it's pretty much curtains.
Well, we got the who cares about this? Starters, Day, Rhodey, IMAC, Jacob Coffey, and Elijah Saunders. So no Blake in the starting lineup.
Wow, I like that lineup with
Coffey's no secret, man. He's just a grown man, isn't he? He's much better than I thought. He's way more refined against good competition than I thought he would be. Everybody wants to see Robinson. A-Rob is like the new fan favorite.
Yeah, A-Rob. I mean, I like Coffee with the up and down, up and under. I love that.
Oh yeah, he's got more. He's gonna get so much better, so much more quickly than most guys. We got to be.
He said Columbia's in the house.
The Henske family vacation, Columbia version. Oh boy.
Jen saw lots of tickets advertised to give away and sell cheap. Great. So I guess it'll be a lot of open seats.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Sharma. Yeah, could this be a good warm up game for a new lineup? We got
Oh yeah.
Kofi and Sharma, and maybe we'll see Bliss, but unlikely. Um, we'll see. It's for me. It's always
Pennsylvania
fun
Dutch
to see.
eggnog, 17% alcohol. Oh boy, I don't even have my beer with.
That'll definitely help warm things up. Make the game a little more exciting.
That's
Donna
right.
says that. Hi.
What's up, Donna? Donna's always on.
Yeah,
We're
this
on
is
Wednesday.
you know what do you think Jay Willie thinks about a game like this? He used to coach at
It's funny
American.
because so we have a chat, and today's Andrew Kennedy, the legend, the OG, his birthday. So everybody shouts out a birthday. And then very rarely, but Coach Jones chimed in today. Good luck today, Jay Willie, which is definitely an ode to him knowing that Americans playing. JJ's got a place in Charlottesville now and Norfolk, but he and his wife have a place there to be near their grandkids. Maybe he shows up. Hey, maybe Mr. Wendell hooked him up with some front row seats, or maybe he's auditioning for the new coaching job since we only have an interim coach right now. Who knows?
JJ back in the saddle. That'd
Could
be
you
crazy.
imagine? Oh man.
Susan asked, "Does anybody know what's up with Bliss? He's hurt. I mean,
No, I
this
don't
is
think anybody knows. People read into it, and there's talks of like pre-game, people see him standing by himself and things like that. But I don't have any. To me, it feels like he's just trying to take the year, and we don't have a coach, and maybe he doesn't feel favored by the coach. I'm just guessing all these things, right? And he can just take a medical red shirt and then get a free call on what he wants to do next year. But I don't think it's good for him. But that's not my business.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard he's hurt. I don't know what capacity. Maybe he could go and he doesn't want to, or maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe he's best kept secret. Bliss, maybe he's secret weapon. We're saving him for March, but
Yeah.
unlikely. But we'll see.
That's
So
what I
what are
wanted.
you?
I wanted to get JJ's opinion as an underdog going into a place like this. Like, how do you game plan? And you play free. Do you have a specific thing taken away from like the Memphis game? Do you want to press more? Do you want to go zone on us? Or you're focusing on IMAC, et cetera. And they're going to be undersized, I believe. So we'll see what they do. I don't even know their coaches.
Michael, good to see you. He's pleased with how the team looked against Memphis. Or honestly, we talked about it too. It wasn't a bad loss. We haven't had a bad loss yet. So we looked a little better down the stretch. Maybe we'll turn the corner here.
It's the tale of two halves, man. SMU, we were totally in control. You were down there in the first half. Definitely could have done something different in the second half to win. They kind of did the same thing as Memphis. Memphis, we were surprisingly, to most people, not to us, but we were up by 9 or 11 in the first half, and they came with the press, and we didn't really adjust. I'm talking about that on LRA, what I would do against the press, but I don't know how we're surprised by it when it comes. Like, they're going to do it. So it should be something definitely. I'm not saying we are surprised, but we look surprised to me.
Is it that we're surprised, or if it's real game time with the length of Memphis that the press looks different? I don't know. That's just a guess.
Well, you notice and I will go back to Kihei at the Furman game, and we were looking at all the different places. I think he could have gone with the ball where Isaac was over here, Reese was over here, and Kihei retreated the corner. It doesn't matter. I don't like when you attack a press from the back with 3 guards. Like, we used to put Ted Jeffries took the ball out of bounds. Now, Ted was a great ball handler, passer.
Right.
So he hits a guard, and the guard gets trapped immediately. That's what happens, right? So TJ comes in. He's the release back. You should have a other guard on the other side, in my opinion, at half court. Come back to TJ. That guy sprints back to the ball. The big in the middle, call it a Blake or Coffee or whoever comes back. Everybody comes back. Then you go. And the third pass is the big one with which you escape it and go. So, in my opinion, Elijah should be doing that because he's a good ball handler. He initiates a lot of our offense, right? He's a solid passer, and Coffee could do it too.
Ron Jacobson, thanks for what y'all doing here. Never able to turn in live. Appreciate the replays. Yeah, we do what we can.
Wait, are you in the future, Ron? Because you're not able to tune in live, or are you live here?
He's in the future putting a comment.
Where's the market going, Ron? Let us know.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Are they gonna press? Are they gonna trap? Are they gonna run a zone? Whatever they do, I'm assuming for us it'll be a good
Yeah, and
essentially
and
experience.
teams like American is usually a big drop off with their really good players. You know, the three guys that averaging double figures, and then like teams like Memphis, they probably have guys waiting, so everybody kind of looks alike. You know, they come in, it's another six
Right,
foot five, 6'4" guard who's long and fast,
right.
another 6'9" guy, you know, coming in for the other 6'9" guy who got in fouls or whatever. So teams like this there's usually a big drop off, and they don't have that luxury.
Yeah, Jen says we're missing a Jack Salt screen for a guard when they press.
That's right. And A Rob had a couple of them the last game. If you remember, there was a baseline out of bounds play. He knocked one guy down screen, and he rescreened for maybe Isaac for a three. So he has the ability to do it. It looks like he's going to be a crazy athlete, and he's probably already is.
Yeah, what do you see from a guy like A Rob in terms he's got to develop quickly because he has a little uh, I don't know what you call it. His movement isn't as fluid. He looks
Yeah,
super athletic and he can do it, but every once in a while he's got a little
he looks to
stiffness
me.
to him.
Yeah, when he comes in, I think that he's thinking right instead of just where he's not at the point yet where he can just play where he hard hedges or whatever and then knows where to go back. He's kind of turning, looking. Oh, I have to go there, as opposed to doing the Akil Mitchell and guard four people at one time. I still have no idea how Akil did that all the time. And he's a little mechanical. He needs a lot of reps and a lot of
Yeah,
over and over. You know, ball handling, just catching the ball and going quickly. He does it. You see when he makes great plays when he catches and just goes up and dunks on somebody.
right.
He does it then. It's the instincts are catching up to his development, I think.
Yeah, he's just got a he's like you said, he's just got a little well, every once in a while he'll have an awkward movement that I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
And other times he looks incredible. So I think it's a matter of putting it all together for him. But
Yeah,
man,
I've
he
never
looks
been
good.
6'9", so 6'10". I'm not sure what it's like.
Yeah, it
You
can't be easy. He's got a little I don't want to say uncoordinated, but it just looks like he isn't sure what to do with his limbs at times. Does that make
right.
sense?
Yeah, there's more moving part. We talked about last year with Ryan Dunn shooting. You know, he's shooting the ball from near 9 feet in the air, right? Where I'm shooting it from maybe 7 feet. I don't even know what the number is. So
Right.
it's a different arc, a different trajectory, the whole thing.
Let's talk NBA for a second.
Yep.
Ty playing really well. Is he gonna get a contract?
I think it's inevitable. I haven't heard, and Mark wouldn't tell us. I don't think if we did know, he probably would, but we don't know. My prediction is he will get something by the All-Star break. If they keep winning, which they're demolishing people, and if he keeps being the most efficient player in the league in his 18 minutes, you said he's getting a game. Every time I turn him on and I watch the game, it's like it's must-watch TV. You know, he slowed the whole thing down. You know he's going to shoot a 30-footer, and he does, and he makes it. You know he's going to do his 3 Euro step moves and make everybody jump, and then he's the last guy standing, and he just lays it in, making
That's
great
awesome.
passes. You know, I really hope so, and it's his big year for him.
Yeah, big year. I'm so glad that he's healthy and able to do this. Knock on wood here. He can finish up, get a big contract. That's kind of he's finally doing what we all believe he can do. So it's awesome to
Yep.
see.
And it makes it fun for us, right? I'm selfish that way. Like I don't really care about the NBA as much anymore, but if I can watch DeAndre and Ty and hopefully Reese, who am I missing? Jay Huff. How about the season he's had?
Yeah, and
I mean,
DeAndre had a crazy dunk on Wemby the other night to top put
yeah,
it in overtime. I think
and
they blew a technical on him for taunting, which was awesome.
that was awesome. And he had the standoff with LeBron. Like DeAndre's
Yeah,
feeling
the
himself.
standoff with LeBron. Yeah, Trey Murphy also had like 26 the other night. Like it's
I like Trey.
incredible. Yeah,
Trey's an LRA guy, by the way.
he is. Trey's a big LRA guy. I love Trey. He and Ryan Dunn, the surprise of the league probably this
Yeah.
year, coming in and doing what he's doing. Sam Hauser, I think, has some back issues, so he hasn't played as much. But man, that's incredible.
So
I
many
mean,
guys I can't
I
even
somebody
forgot.
sent Peter. My friend Peter sent me a note that said Sam Hauser is already on the top 10 all-time Celtics three pointers. I didn't realize that.
That's all he shoots, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I guess
And
so.
I
Just doesn't.
think it's an
It just
occasional
seems
alley oop on a fast break.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's attempts though. I don't know if it's makes, but regardless,
He
that's cool.
makes a bunch, man. Big Smooth. I never forget the first time I saw him at a UVA practice when he had the red shirt. He was playing against the best defense in the country, which featured Mamadi Diakite, Kihei, et cetera, and he was lighting them up on the green team.
It's
Just didn't
interesting
miss.
though when you look back on that. I guess it was a COVID year, so we didn't get the
Yeah,
full. I mean, that we had Trey, Sam, Jay, three guys, solid players in the league, and we couldn't
yeah.
beat Vanderplas and Jason. And that's frustrating, but I guess we'll blame it on COVID. What could
I
have been
blame
with
it
that
on
team though? Man,
I absolutely blame it on COVID.
that's three big time shooters in the NBA on one roster. But
And the teams that did well that year were largely West Coast people. Like Gonzaga they never took a break. They never COVID paused or changed routines. I think the story was they said everybody will get it, so you'll be immune to it and come back and play. I may be making that up, may not, but they never changed, and they had a huge year that year, right?
yeah, they did. Brooke says, I can't believe how many guys we have in the NBA. Yeah, just no kidding. It's amazing. When I was a kid growing up, it was literally Stith and Karate. That was it. And I remember like running
Corey,
out to look at the box score. Well, that was when Corey was in school. It
yeah,
was
right.
Karate and Stith, right? Olden and Polynese too.
He
So
was
there
still
wasn't a
around.
lot, you know. So seeing all these now, it's really fun to watch, have league pass, and kind of there's always a guy in the league you can watch. It's pretty awesome. And then
Mhm.
Mamadi's right there. Mamadi's with the Phoenix Suns G League team. He's making his way in. Hopefully he'll get signed up here shortly.
Shout out Mamadi. He seems like the prototype, like to be a backup or I don't know, start some. Anyhow, what's up, rookie number 11?
Yeah,
Jay
Joe
Willie was
says
an
Jay
assistant
Willie,
under
yes, he
Coach
was.
Jones.
Yes.
Yep, under Jeff Jones. Sure was.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Revenge game. Not really, but no, I thought he was gonna go back to American. Remember when there was that opening there for a little while? I thought maybe we'd see Jay Willie go back to American and be the head coach.
Oh yeah, we used to ask him if he was getting 202 area code phone calls, and
Yeah,
his wife's
Brogdon
friends.
and Gill on the Wizards. I mean, it's
There
a
we
lot
go.
of guys
Dang,
going. Yeah, it's crazy.
I forgot all these guys. It's amazing. Who's?
And Joe Harris retired, but that would have been another one. He probably could have played if he wanted.
Oh, for sure. He could have just gone team to team until he was done, but smartly took his 75 million and went home.
Yeah, I don't think he's complaining about that.
I think he's
Yeah.
a Brazilian. I think he's a Brooklyn hipster anyway.
Now he is. Yeah, he probably has like a loft in Brooklyn, and
He's got if you remember Doug Brolin, he
uh-huh.
played with Joe, and they're good for D2 we call him Doug
Yep,
too. But he said Joe bought a really nice kind of penthouse type thing in Brooklyn somewhere.
I
I
bet.
remember. Good for him.
That's awesome. Let's hope Ty can do that here shortly with his big $75 million contract.
I think he's going to get about 50. I don't know.
4 year, 48. That'd be nice.
Sounds right. Well, I'd say 450. Like that.
Well, we'll see. Fingers crossed that happens. I hope the Cavs do it and they don't wait till the end of the year.
I mean, if you want to get ahead of ourselves, on the top, cherry on top or whatever, they're going to be in the contention for the championship.
Yeah.
Imagine Ty Jerome, the NCAA and NBA championship Wahoo.
Oh,
That would be
amazing.
incredible. Not even Ralph, right? Ralph was a runner-up in the NBA, right?
Yeah, Mamadi got one, but he didn't play an integral role like this.
Oh, that's true. That's
Carlisle got one. Sam got one. That's the three I believe they got.
true.
Right?
Yeah, Carlisle and Ralph should have done NCAA champion
Yeah.
team, but
Yeah. That's the NBA. Oh, that's wild. All right. So what do you predict for this game? What are your thoughts? We haven't even talked. How do you think?
I think it's going to be a kind of a quiet game with my guess is the starters are going to not struggle but kind of sleepwalk for a while. I think you get like a Sharma come in, Anthony Robinson, they put some energy into us. Guys kind of get their second win. We'll be worried for the first 10 minutes. It looks terrible or it doesn't look great. And then I think, second part of the first half, we're good. And then I think we kind of cruise.
So like Bethune Cookman.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yep. Maybe more holy crawfish.
I mean, Tane had a great game, a couple of good games now in a row. Do you think he's turned a corner, hopefully?
I hope so. He really surprised me in the beginning of the year. As a fourth year and all the work he's put in, how much everybody's pulling for him. He tended to struggle, didn't he, TW? But last
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
he did what I would always do if I wasn't doing great on offense. I'd focus on defense and hustle. And he's done that all year in his whole career, obviously. But gets on the floor for the loose ball. He's picking up loose balls, and he's driving to the basket instead of just settling for threes. And got that great dunk, and then
right.
that our only transition points last game as well against Memphis. Who we
Yeah,
played last? Memphis or Bethune-Cookman? Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah, I agree. That game was, I think it was a big one for him because that's high level competition. He's going in, making an impact.
He,
Penny Hardaway talks about him. It's great.
yeah. Penny said we didn't even have him on the scouting report. He's like he must be a senior because of the way he played, which I thought that was really cool for Penny to say. And Payne, he unfortunately, I think he plays up and down the competition. I think he plays up against like the Iowa game when we're down 20 and he goes off. Some big games he's come in and done a really good job, but when we're playing somebody not as good, he's tended to kind of struggle and press more instead of just playing, I think.
Let's hope. Let's hope this continues. Another Tane game, and we just pencil him in as a consistent player this year. That'd be great. We need him.
10-10.
10, 10,
Shout
10.
out Dave the Wave's son calls him 10-10, which is pretty cool.
Musa. No, it's like, so. What you're saying? We're gonna pull away in the second half. I don't know.
Yeah, I think toward the end of the first half, maybe we'll sleepwalk again in the second half and then win 15-20 comfortably. I hope.
All right, chat. What about Jen, Brooke, Jim? What are your thoughts? Predictions on the game?
Predictions. Let's go into
Jen
it.
saying Tane's family should still be here, so that'll be cool to cheer them on.
Really cool. That's great.
Jim says, hoping everyone has turned the corner. Rhodey works on turnovers. Saunders gets shot, shooting and drives. A-Rob shows up. Kofi stays out of foul trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to work on. I imagine this is a good little, wind down of the non-conference to get ready for ACC. This is like it. Every game is huge after this, so.
I want Rhodey to find his size. The guy, you saw him at SMU, I guess, when a buddy of mine was there. He said it's alarming how tall he is in person because he doesn't play tall. I want him to find his size in the court and play more standing up and over people, not crouched and getting in a position where he can't sort of see the floor. He's big. I don't know if he's strong, but he's big enough to be able to do it. I felt like we saw that when he played at St. Andrews in a lot of his highlights. He seemed to play taller. I know it's St. Thomas, guys. I'm joking. I call it St. Andrews.
I think, yeah, he's got a little Reese where he likes. I don't want to say slouches, but he plays, like you said, he plays shorter than he actually is.
Right.
Especially when he's on the move. So, but
Right.
You're right. He could post up more. He definitely has a bigger frame than other point guards.
He shouldn't be really affected by a press, is like the way. And again, some of it's not his. Like he gets when you pass the ball to the corner on the press, they have 4 defenders, right? The baseline, the sideline, and 2 defenders, 2 for 4. And that's not a good play either by us. So you gotta sort that out. But Jen said 72-52. I was gonna say I had 70-50 in my mind. There goes Brookie with 68-58.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Jim with a 12-point win. Okay, so closer than we think.
What are we favored by? Like 12, probably.
I don't know. Let me look.
I'm gonna say 73-58. I don't even know if that means we cover.
We are 13-point favorites.
73-58 is my prediction.
73. Okay.
Yep. I think IMAC has a nice game. I'll bet you Sharma's going to hit a couple three threes or something today. I like the way, man. I was wrong on Coffee and Sharma. Like they play with confidence. They're not afraid to use their skills. And let's hope they get more. We need Sharma to see some just go down. And then maybe he'll shoot more and use more of what he has.
Yeah, I do like the fact that he has a nice high release, and he's not afraid to shoot it, which is great.
Yeah, and he's solid with the ball. He's not spectacular, but he's not afraid, and he doesn't look to get rid of it, in transition. And when he needs to bring it up, he looks to be the lead guard and stuff. I like it.
I mean, hopefully these guys get a lot of confidence throughout the year, and we can do something in the ACC. You know, if we can make a little run in the ACC, who knows?
And
Like,
hopefully they all stay.
and hopefully they all stay. Fingers crossed. The guys that develop. It's hard to say the stay thing now with NIL. I feel like it's almost impossible, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Unless everybody
You kind of get the. I sort of get the feeling of like the guys that are probably not staying anyway. So
more shots by Sharma, higher overall score. That's what Jim says. It's probably
that's on him. He's big enough. You know, he's not 6'1" like me. He can get a shot off. Just let it ride.
yeah. Let's see what happens. We're getting ready to tip off. Any final parting words, Fresh?
I don't. Did you do a prediction?
I'm gonna go 20-point wins, 70-50, round numbers.
I was thinking that in the beginning too. Only 73-58. Let's see.
73-58, 70. I'd be happy if we hit 70. Let's put it that way. But
if anybody made any really good chili and they want to send it to me somehow, that would be great. It's about 20 degrees here, so I'm very happy the Who's are on TV and I can at least watch that.
Get some Wendy's chili.
What would we call?
There you go. Keep turnovers less than 10 from Robert. Yes.
Yeah, Rob.
Who's cover from Dragon?
The Who's cover.
I like it. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll do post game. No halftime today.
No halftime. All right.
We'll talk soon. Go Who's.
Go Who's.